There we go. Now we should be live. That reconciled immediately.
All right, on YouTube it says stream starting, and now we are live.
Oh, good. We are live.
Hello and welcome to. I called this Stupid Mario World WrathNar's new costume.
You did?
And wow.
Okay, cool. Well, excellent. Hello to the few of you that are there. I'm going to grab my iPad so that I can, read comments on whilst this is all going on. But, yeah, get it, or let them know what we're doing today, Rich.
Hey guys, it's Rich Alvarez, and as you can see, Garrett is in his shop creating cool stuff. We got some people here in the stream. We got Cody Sam, Goku Black, Majari, Laser Breath, Jack Hamilton, Levi Fishbach, Coop Wii U, Luigi Memes, and the Knife Stalker, with probably more people to come. Now, as the title suggests, everyone, this is Stupid Mario World WrathNar's new costume. Some of you who have been on the Twitch randomly might have seen Garrett working on the helmet and other pieces of this costume. So he's working on the chest piece today, I believe. And, eventually you're going to see this whole costume come together. And I think it's really badass. It's really cool. And this is like a, cool sneak peek at what's to come with WrathNar's new costume. And, I'm not going to spoil why he has a new costume or what the deal is behind it. Obviously, that you got to, wait until season 3. But I will say
you do actually still
this
have
is going to be one of the coolest things. It's going to be really cool, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Of course, I don't even know exactly what it's going to look like because Garrett's the one making it. It's not finished.
Yeah, how about that? Very interesting indeed.
Got Killjoy Laserbeam in here, Marty Man's in here, Kaylin Guthrow's in here, Rebecca Rayan. Oh, welcome everyone to the stream.
All of the bays. Everybody is here. That's excellent. Yeah, I'm booting up an ability for me to see favorite or see comments, so I can't see anything just yet. I saw you made a I saw you made an Instagram post the other day, Richie, that I'm sure people will be curious about.
Ooh, which one was that? Oh, that just my side by side.
Well, yeah, you made the side by side, and then shortly after you made the one that I think was your first social media confirmation that season 3 is full blown in the works.
Oh, right.
So
that was outside of like when I mentioned it on these streams, of course. So yeah, obviously, guys, you want to go to Instagram and look up Rich M. Alvarez. That's the key. And I did say for the first time, at least on Instagram, that season 3 was happening, for reals. For clarification on that is simply that, obviously we want season 3 to happen. It's going to happen. We still haven't reached the goal on the Patreon yet, but we're gonna film it. We're just filming it because we can afford to film it. We don't have enough money to do the special effects or the post-production, but we're gonna worry about that after we've got it filmed. Yeah, we're just gonna worry about it later. Because, we're like that. Yeah, we worry about things later.
That's our motto, fix it in post. But sometimes there's not even a post to fix it in. Still gotta fix it in post, though. Okay. So, I need to see about... There's one other tool that might be helpful here. But to everybody, this is kind of what we're going to be doing here today. This is the... let me get this in frame. This is the, the template that we're working with. I'm going to retake that portion now. Yep. So this is kind of the template we're going to work with right here. We're going to cut out basically 2 of these. And we're going to put that on, or basically those are going to have to be rendered into 1/2 of a chess piece each. So that's what we're working on. We'll be doing chat as best we can. YouTube chat tends to fly a little bit faster. So, yeah, make use of your tags, make use of everything that you need to. Let me see if that frame is a little bit better. Not so much. We'll lower that back down a little. Yeah, there you go. Now you got ground zero and a little bit more of the mess. So that's all good. Oh, alright, what do we got? Laser Breath, I do have a channel, but there's nothing on it. so don't worry about it. I will let you know about when I have kind of my own channel for content at the moment. Um, Blake Coruscant, we are still doing Twitch streams. You can catch the myriad of different Twitch streams that are easy, Rich. You can see any one of the myriad of Twitch streams that are kind of coming to fruition in 2017. That whole schedule is posted on the Twitch, right, Rich?
That's correct. And, I apologize for our lack of schedule on the YouTubes also. We are doing streams every, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. for Wake Up Jacks. And at 5 p.m., and this is all Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. for Games at Night. And then every noon Pacific Standard Time, Tuesday and Thursday for Video Game Talk, which we just talk about games. And yeah, the old Alvarez / Let's Cook stuff is still at the top of the YouTube page, but who even checks that anymore? I mean, come on.
something presentationalism.
Yeah.
But it's okay. What do I know? What do we know?
A more 12321 gaming / vlog says, "Where's the new costume?" I guess he just came in and missed your whole I haven't built it yet. That's what we're doing right now.
We're building it. I mean, some of it's here. We got we have some scraps of it. I got this, but you'll notice that's not quite done yet. I also got this, and I got this, and I got a whole bunch of template pieces. But you're seeing what will become the costume, but no costume just yet.
Pipping is the realist says, "OMG, Rich Alvarez!
OMG!
OMG!" Hey, quick question, Garrett. Are you running my voice through desktop audio as far as OBS is concerned?
I am running it through a specific capture window for Discord.
Oh, well, tight.
That being said, people are saying you're a little loud, so I'm going to drop you down a little bit.
Oh. Well, I'm just a loud person.
You are going to be loud. You are going to be as your awesome self minus 4 decibels.
It must be all the decibels.
Well, not all the decibels. Then you'd be unaudible, and the universe would be extinct due to a lack of entropy. But we're just minus 4. Think of the consequences, man.
All right.
Alrighty.
Anybody who wants to know, I'm editing a video right now while Garrett's building that.
Right.
And can't tell you what video it is. So sorry. Secret and all.
You sure do like to keep your secrets, Rich Alvarez.
I do.
Right. Should like to remind. It's like let's just to remind all the onlookers, I'm doing something and you can't know what it is. That's like Hype Train 101, guys. Is just there is a secret.
Andrew Perez says, "So just to be clear, season 3 is happening, right?"
Absolutely.
And
I know you missed the diatribe earlier, but it is happening. We got some other stuff that we're going to worry about. We've decided we're going to worry about that another time, and but we've got enough to kind of get it off the ground.
Insanity Potato says, "Richie sounds omnipresent the way his audio is set up."
Yeah, right.
Hey,
because I'm coming in from a microphone echoing through a dirty garage, and you're coming in from a pure audio capture stream from you sitting in your well padded, acoustically tempered apartment.
But I'm always omnipresent. That's my secret.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. Did you do that on purpose? Are you trying to sound omnipresent? That seems like some shit.
I am everywhere.
Right?
Cody Sam, if we were getting about roughly 300 more per month, then I think we'd hit the goal. Gaming Sin says, "Did you kill off Peach or something?" No, didn't kill her off. I promised the actress who played Peach that she could come back and play the character if she ever left her home in Nevada.
And she hasn't done that.
No, yeah.
So that's sort of the issue. Okay. Well, we're looking good. I think you should keep the old WrathNar mask, says Amori. I've thought about it, and I've thought about incorporating the old WrathNar mask into this costume too. But he does need some Ganon style armor. That much is kind of a fact.
Jack Hamilton asks, Garrett, do you think if Heath Ledger was still alive, he would have been a good Lex Luthor? But I feel like that would be a conflict of interest.
It would. It absolutely would. I mean, Heath Ledger was an amazing actor. He probably could. You could probably nail that role, especially in a world where he wasn't kind of already floating around in another very significant role.
Yeah, but I know that the DC universe right now is not connected to the Christopher Nolan Bat trilogy. However, as I've said in my very infamous Wiki Richie on the subject, I believe that if Heath Ledger was alive, they would have not stopped doing those Batman films with Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, those are pretty good. Even though I know you hate them, Rich.
Well, okay, well, just to be clear, I don't hate them. They're just not my Batman, you know?
Yeah, okay, whatever. All right, I've got one other thing that I need in the other room, so we'll ask. We'll do comment. Nail some comment questioning or comment answering, I should say, before I come back, and then we should have everything I need to begin, power tools and all.
Sounds good. People are asking. A couple people are asking questions I can't answer. Will you ever bring back Waluigi? That's entirely up to Doug. He just doesn't like to be on camera anymore. Let's see here. What character would you like to get Mark Hamill for SMW if you could get him? Man, if I was somehow in contact with Mark Hamill, I wouldn't waste him on Stupid Mario World. I'd ask him if I could get like a voice role on like something he does. A burr, 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 burr. Just to, I know a lot of people, if any of you are asking questions like, what happened to blank who played blank? Most of the time, those people moved on with their lives, and they don't want to be on camera anymore, or, they just lost interest in Stupid Mario and don't really care to do it anymore, or they have a job that prevents them from doing it, or, anything else, I just, if they're not on the show, they don't want to do it. Just assume they don't want to do it. Let's see here. Brr. La 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 la. Is Matt in season 3? Well, he lives in Chicago, so that's a bit tough. But we will see. Mark Hamill. Captain Blackeyed says Mark Hamill or Heath Ledger for Joker, which is better? Well, if you ask me, I say Mark Hamill, but everybody's got a different opinion, and that's okay. Redmond L Gamer says, Richie, can Rosalina join the new season of Stupid Mario World, please? Did you miss Rosalina in the first 2 seasons of Stupid Mario World? Maybe you met a different person, because Rosalina's in it already. Will Stupid Mario World lead up to Plumber Night? Well, have you seen the end of season 2? Because some stuff happens that would pretty much give you your answer, and maybe you didn't understand.
Well,
I can
not
clarify.
Necessarily, because at this point we're not sure if, given the recent intervention, it's going to directly lead to Plumber Night or not.
You know what? I'll say I can't say anything because it's too spoilery.
It is too spoilery. I am just acknowledging that it is a question. It doesn't necessarily merit an answer, but by the end of season 3, you will have your answer on that. Okay, let's start cutting some stuff out. So we're working with an EVA foam medium here, and that is kind of the crux of this whole entire operation. So there's going to be some cutting involved on this one here. I showed it earlier, but I'll show it again now that I think we have everything we need. But that's our template. That's what we're working with. And we're just going to be tracing and cutting that one out for what is basically going to constitute a half of a chess piece. Then we're going to flip it over and we're going to do it again on another one. And that is going to be kind of the whole operation there. So let me see. I'm going to need a marker that shows up really good on this black. And that could be a little bit of a challenge. Use some red. That's probably all good. And Amori, we got a lot of plans for Stupid Mario World, which I guess you'll know more about the closer we get to a definitive release on that one.
Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just, I don't think you guys can hear it at all, but I'm listening to different tracks of music to use in this video I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge part of it. I remember I was there at his house the night that we were wrapping up. What was it? What was it that night that I stayed over all night while you were editing?
You were up here all night when I was editing the finale of Mario World Season 2, right?
I mean, I think so, yeah.
Or maybe it was Plumber Night? Season 2? Maybe both, I don't know.
Night. It was Plumber Night.
Well, as you know, I like... You know, when I'm done with everything else, I'm like, all right, last but not least, music. And then I'm on, like, sites like Incompetech for hours looking for the right music.
Yeah. That was, like, the one thing I helped out with the last time that we were there. So, Jack Hamilton, I haven't seen Super Mario Logan, but it is a name I'm starting to hear pop up a little bit more now that I'm talking with the fan base a little bit more recently.
Speaking of Logan, I can't wait for that movie.
Oh, yeah, Logan looks really good. Oh, cool. DeKalen looking at this for prop making skills. DeKalen, I should go to you for prop making skills. Richie, have you ever seen Scott's his Ghostbusters proton pack?
Who's proton pack?
DeKalen's.
Oh no, never saw it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, DeKalen. Either Discord message Jax or some other form of posting the pictures of your proton pack. Because
gotcha.
I don't know why he needs my help. DeKalen's got prop making in a really, really detailed way down pat. If that's anything that he even remotely constructed.
I kind of like this tune.
You kind of like this what?
This tune, with the music.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna unplug this and see if it'll come up on.
You know how you're always asking what song Richie used for whatever. Now you get to know.
Someone's quiet. Someone's so quiet. Here, I unplugged my headphones, so now you'll be able to hear this music for a second. Yeah, it goes on for like 20 minutes.
Hard to capture the bass end on your microphone, but yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I'll be using that for this top secret project I'm working on.
Top secret project. Now, at least tell the ladies and gentlemen what when you plan to release information on your secret project.
Well, Garrett, I'm not even sure you know what top secret project I'm working on, since I'm working about 3 that you know of right now.
Well, the video that you are currently making right now that you have been indifference in referencing to, whichever one that is associated with, when does this video drop?
Well, I wanted this video to come out today. That didn't happen, so I don't know. It's Sunday. It's kind of a bad day to upload videos. Probably Thursday or Friday.
All right.
Depends. And we've got our other show, as you know, that we've been working on, and that'll be every Saturday eventually when I can finally figure that out.
Yeah, when's the first episode of the new show, and have you said anything or have any desire to say anything about the new show?
I have said nothing. It's such a good idea, and I can't possibly be the only person to have thought of it, of course. So I'm trying to keep it super under wraps until the first episode actually goes online. And we talked about maybe putting the first two online at the same time. That could still happen.
Okay.
It just depends. I've got hours of crap to get through, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to see what I was talking about as far as the Kalen stuff, he just popped it in the general chat of the Rich Alvarez Discord.
Oh, well, goody good. Let me check it in just a sec.
By the way, good time as any to plug the Rich Alvarez Discord. I saw Marty Man mentioning in the chat earlier, but the Rich Alvarez channel does have a Discord. You can find it under RMA Fanbase. That is the name of that Discord channel. The Night Stalker with his question of the week is, how do you feel about Trump? Not going to talk about politics on a YouTube stream. That's super different than discussing it alone on the Discord.
I think I heard a truck go by.
Yeah, I mean, I live where I live. There's occasionally some pretty ghetto cars rolling by.
I was gonna say, don't say where you live.
It's like adjacent to an area that is adjacent to kind of a rougher side of town.
Adjacent to adjacent to adjacent.
Right, yeah, for sure. Oh, Colton. Hello, Colton. I just saw you in there. Oh, damn, says Killjoy Laserbeam in reference to I don't know what. But I am so glad you're here, as always. It lights up and makes sounds. Yes, it does, DeKalin. If I haven't mentioned it enough, I'm super impressed with it.
What the hell?
What the hell what?
Oh,
We're happy.
Oh, I was saying, I don't know. Oh, man, I lost my train of thought, actually. Never mind.
Good talk, Rich. Good talk. Alright. For those of you who can't see what exactly I'm up to at this exact moment, I am cutting out there you go. The first of what is going to be many, many panels of these EVA stacks right here. And I'm using a thinner foam this time than I used for the helmet, just kind of see what I think about it. And I don't know, I mean, so far at the very least it cuts better, but really the end result is going to be the determining factor there. JT, man, I did like Ruby, but I didn't watch too much of it. But it's really hard to escape that really, really neat aesthetic that they had. I hope that that series is still thriving, even though I believe, what was it, one of the creators or co-founders or somebody died in that project. But yeah, that's a project I'd like to stay alive and well. J Imogen, hello. Glad you are a big fan. And he remembers for waiting for the parts of the Stupid Mario's movie to come out.
Mario's movie.
Man, how long ago was the Stupid Mario movie at this point?
Well, the Stupid Wario movie is something I wanted to do but never got around to.
Matt. Well,
but just so you know, we were so close at different times in different points in history. We were very close to making something called Stupid Wario the movie, and also like a couple years before Stupid Mario World, Stupid Wario World was actually the title of a working project that I had been writing, but obviously never made.
Right, for sure, and tough these days, certainly with Wario on the other side of the country.
Right. But anyways, what was your original question? Oh, how long ago was the Stupid Mario Brothers movie? Right. It was about 8 years ago now.
Oh, what's up, Xander Brow? Xander Brow says he's riding the hype train for Stupid Mario World Season 12. He's thinking ahead.
Pipe dream. Game night. No, it's not really game night, but you know. I gotta test this transition. Hold on a second.
Good. Do the subscribe voice after that. People are asking for it. Or really half-ass it and make them upset. I don't know, one or the other. I'll find either funny at this point. Jack Hamilton is asking if we've seen Nosferatu. I have not. Have you, Rich?
What, seen Nosferatu?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't.
It sounds good.
I mean, I know who it is. I know the guy, but never actually seen it.
It's pretty good. It's obviously the silent vampire movie for anybody who doesn't know. It's like the classic German silent vampire movie with the bald vampire with the big ears and the claws. What I like even more than that is what's it called? There's a movie where Willem Dafoe plays the actor who played that part, and in the movie it's revealed that he was actually a real vampire. I think it's called Shadow of the Vampire. It's also got what's his name? Not Ben Kingsley. John Malkovich.
That's an interesting distinction.
I don't know why I got them confused.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ben Kingsley.
They're completely different.
No, not Ben Kingsley. John
Who am I thinking of? George Clooney or Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, right. No.
Well, they were in that one movie together.
Wait, which movie were they in together?
Batman and Robin?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yep, George Clooney was in that crap fest. But for what it's worth, that movie is pretty hilarious. Woo! Hey guys! Oh, by the way, announcement. As if I'm not doing enough projects. I just got the Wii U back from Chris, who was hogging it for the longest time. And I am able to play Mario Maker now. So I'm not exactly, because I have not played Mario Maker in months, so I can't remember exactly how this works. But I would like to play fan created levels. So if you have levels that you have created on Mario Maker, I am more than willing to play them for fun and do a special stream where I play fan created levels on Mario Maker. So I got to figure out how that can happen.
Yeah. There you go. There's a way to get some. There's a nice little perspective opportunity to get a level featured on YouTube. I'm seeing a lot of talk of darkness. Majari comes in and says, "Oh, I have one salty ass level for you." Majari, I have
salty ass level.
I have no idea what that could be or what you could mean by that, but I am deeply entertained by the prospect. So go ahead and get that to Rich when the time comes.
Brr, brr, brr.
All I can remember from that movie was a kid with the back credit card that says Killjoy. You know what?
Oh, yeah. Never leave the cave without it. That movie.
That's probably just fine if that's all that you remembered. Just remember that, and then look up the YouTube video montage of all of Arnold Schwarzenegger's ice puns.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Yeah. So that's yeah. If those two things are the posterity of that movie, then that's totally good.
All right, well, I've just finished up music on here. I kind of did this video in reverse. I did the my voiceover and the music first because the music and the voiceover kind of sets the tone for what I'm talking about, and like it'll kind of pace the thing. It's kind of a different video, and I'm not going to leave it in total mystery. I've told some of you guys on the Discord server. And by the way, join the Discord. I told some of you guys I'm working on this project.
There all the time.
We leak stuff on the. By the way, guys, we leak stuff on the Discord, and even more so, I leak stuff all the time on my Instagram. So, in case you missed what I was saying earlier, you definitely want to hit me up on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Rich M. Alvarez, Rich M. Alvarez, one word, because some dick took Rich Alvarez, and I spoil stuff on.
About it. He's still mad at me about it, even though he's had this Instagram forever.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I want you to follow me on Instagram, okay?
He wants it. Please.
Anyways, so without spoiling what the project is, I'm working on I'm working on the video I'm editing right now is a Patreon video, but it is a Patreon for a completely separate project. It is not for Stupid Mario. It is something completely different. And then, of course, if you're already a patron of Stupid Mario, then feel absolutely no obligation to also donate to this project. This is just a little pet project that I've been trying to put together for years. And some of you guys might be interested in it just because I made it, or some of you might be interested in it genuinely because you're interested in the source material or whatever. Again, I'm not going to say what it is right now, but I'm hoping this is the kind of thing that's going to generate an audience and everything. And I'll be going to town on that in just a little bit. Right. But yeah. So, anyways, I don't think when I'm done with this video, I don't think I'm gonna post it today because Sunday night's kind of like a terrible time to upload a video. It's a good time to stream for some reason, but not a good time to upload a video because it just doesn't show up in the algorithm at all. The best time to upload a video is Thursday or Friday. I get that, so I'll probably do it Thursday or Friday.
Everybody see what we're doing? Clear what we're doing?
Yeah.
Right here. So yeah, these are gonna kind of work. That guy hangs out right there. That guy hangs out right there. Yeah.
Nice styrofoam vest, dude.
Yeah, thanks, Rich.
Will anyone other than WrathNar be getting a new costume in Season 3? Well, maybe. Probably not. Although technically Mario wears a different set of clothes that I can't possibly discuss right now.
That Hype Train 101 player. But, yeah, no, I was going to make some joke and jest about, like, everybody gets new costumes. Literally everyone. Every single person in the series gets a new costume.
Costume!
No, that wouldn't, maybe in, like, that, there's some alternate universe where we, like, tripled the Patreon goal on accident because of, like, some, like, crazy celebrity that, like, some really weird one-off, like, almost celebrity, like Jonah Hill watches this and like super into it. In that reality, everybody gets a new costume.
Everyone gets a new costume. Oh man.
What's that, Rich? What's on, man?
I've got a bloody nose.
That's a really awkward way to introduce that, but I mean, I'm sorry.
Well, I saw the Pro Town pack. It looks kick-ass.
Yeah, right? Like, super dope. Good job to Caleb. Okay. Getting there.
Burr, 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 burr.
Burr. Burr, burr. So what are you going to do with the old ones? Rich, do you have any sort of thought on what's going to happen to... In fact, like, we don't dispose of too many costumes, but it is worth mentioning that some of them are just real gross, like this far in. I mean, I keep thinking of your hat and how gross your hat is these days.
Ugh. Yeah, I used to be able to wash it, but if I washed it now, it would just tear up. It's too old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hat's got to go. So, I mean, obviously I'm going to use it one last time for this season. And then, I don't know if anybody wants, I mean, it's got like, fair, it's funny because a couple of fans have like, they're like, dude, can I please put on your hat? And like, I am like, okay, it's really gross. It's like, it's not that it's gross because I'm gross and I'm wearing it. It's gross because it hasn't been washed in about 5 years. And it's got like, I don't know, like the sweat rings, because I mean, I fight in that hat. I've stood out in for hours in that hat. It's there was remember I kept dyeing my hair for like the darkness, like I had the red hairs to darkness, so I'd have to spray my hair black to be Mario when my hair was red, and the red dye would get on the inside of the hat, and it's all gross, and oh man, it's so gross.
Right?
I mean,
So
look at
you
this.
guys want to
Morning
think
Coffee
about
Rod's like, oh,
something
never
while
mind.
you're watching literally any of the stupid Mario content. Just think about the progression of gross hat.
I mean, I guess
that
it
should
doesn't
be our
matter
that
if
should be our
somebody.
parody of stupid or like of Super Mario Odyssey. Is because the Super Mario Odyssey trailer paints the hat as like it's got eyes and it's alive or something. Well,
I don't know what's up with that yet.
yeah, it's hard to know anyway. But that being said, yours could be alive in the context of like like a fungal sort of thing. Like it got so fungusy that it like gains sentience or something. It is self-aware.
Yeah. I think that when the show's done, I'm just gonna put it in a glass case and never touch it.
Gotcha. Hey, anybody who's got the Discord invite link, drop it in chat right now. And to anybody who doesn't necessarily know about Discord, it's going to look like a link that you can click on. That'll take you to a website in your web browser, the one that is posted. But don't do that. You have to go into the Discord link that is, or you have to go into the Discord program, I should say, and drop the link in the Add the Channel section. So do that for anybody who is on Discord. It was slow to ramp up, but the Discord is actually getting pretty lively now. We got some more channels and a few more rules now, and I think that was kind of what kind of drove home the cooperation we needed to kind of make it work. So it's feeling good. I encourage anybody to go check that out just for sort of the chat-like social environment with a few less oversight issues. Except all the time, not just on their streams.
Or yeah.
Morning copyright is like auction it, and then like listen to your description of how it is, and he's like, "Oh shit, never mind."
Never mind. Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Killjoy is like, "Okay, yeah, but what about the darkness hat? Can I buy that off you?" And Morning Copyright is immediately like, "No, Killjoy."
I do have some sentimental value for some of these things, so it's not like I want to get rid of everything.
I know, right?
My child is a student at Flancher Elementary School.
Xanderbrow says he'd take Darkness's chains. Xanderbrow, you live in Florida, so in Florida you can still wear chains, like, non-ironically. So, like, yeah. Or the True Stone, yeah, that could be another one. Or maybe he'll just keep everything.
Yeah.
Or what we'll do
I said, it's sentimental value. I mean, if somebody wanted to give me $500 for that darkness hat, I'd probably be like, all right.
Yeah, that's $500. That is an obscene
That's
price.
$500. If someone was like, "Dude, can I have it for $20?" I'd be like, "No way."
Yeah, right.
Get lost.
I think it cost $20 to make that hat. And that was like before it was famous.
Man, I'm out of Kleenex. Spare me.
Are you just gonna like? Is this the stream? Is this the one that gets you, Rich? Are you just gonna drop dead on the other side and leave me to explain that to all your fans?
You're like, Rich,
You just had
you're not speaking.
On stream one day. It was like, and everyone else here is like, "Yeah, I was there. I was there."
Where were you when Rich totally ate it?
Yeah, right. The WrathNar mask, I will say this. The WrathNar mask is getting a little flimsy as well. Part of the reason why I opted to, change out the costume a bit to something more durable. But I personally am open to giving away the WrathNar mask.
Ooh.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
The Omega Mask, I totally give away the Omega Mask too, but the Omega Mask is so insignificant in comparison to Primes. Literally because it's just like, I mean, the Omega Mask is just a cheap party prop that we gussy up with other karate stuff kind of around it. But by itself, it is just a flimsy little plastic mask. However, like, the Prime Mask, I painted the shit out of that thing. I spent like hours painting that thing. So I'm awful at painting. So I have to really, really slow down. hit me with that boy, that hat boy. Oh man, damn it, coffee says Killjoy. Is Omega getting a costume change? Doubt it. To be perfectly honest. I could tease you with like, maybe, but I honestly doubt it. There's a few things about his, his costume I'd like to change, but they're not major. Like, for instance, there was a piece of Morning Coffee Art Run. Or, sorry, Morning Coffee Run Art. Jesus. That depicted, it's the only one he made of Omega, and it depicted an Omega symbol on his chest. And I don't know, I might want to make that canon. I thought that was really dope. So, I'm thinking about that. I know you're in chat, Morning Coffee Run, but I want to make that canon. So.
Wait, what? What's canon?
No, a while back, Archie did that picture of Omega, and he had the Omega symbol on his chest.
Oh yeah.
That's like a part of his like undershirt, and I was thinking about adding that to Omega's costume.
Yeah, let's get that done before the season starts.
Yeah, that's pretty easy, all said and done. But I am thinking about that.
Do it!
Do it!
Let's do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams, or whatever that is.
Just so you know, I intend the WrathNar Prime costume to include a cape for the few people referencing it. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Also, has everybody thumbs up to this video yet? Can we just do that? Sorry.
Yeah, you know what, guys? That's really important. I think that unfortunately, the thumbs up for the live is separate than when it's eventually on YouTube as a video. But whatever. I don't care. Please thumbs up this video right now. Give it a like. It's really freaking important according to Google.
Yeah. I mean, just help us out. We so much appreciate it, because getting content dispersed based on kind of an arbitrary thing is like this arbitrary like system means that it's just hard. It's just difficult. It means that we kind of have to ask for things, and that feels awkward, but whatever.
I have to ask for things all the time.
All the time.
All of the time. Like a Twinkie. Like a Twinkie. The walls were soft and spongy. Oh my god, I hope this doesn't look like shit.
It doesn't look like shit.
Let's go ahead and reverse this picture to the other side. In fact, I'm not going to have it fucking pop out. I'm not going to have it pop out.
Awkward about it. Let's see. Oh man, I looked away for a few minutes. Now I gotta. Oh man. Return characters in mass are difficult for season 3, but recent will feature characters. Dark Link. I don't know. We don't have a plan for Dark Link, right?
Nope.
Okay. Richie, tell John Ingram that you read his thing, and that you, I don't know, something. Tell something nice about John Ingram.
I love you, John Ingram.
That was super generic. John, I like your Smash logo icon. Wow, see how much more like personal that was.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, AAK Prod says, hey, Mr. Alvarez, did you ever do a festival run for your indie film, The Clicky Noise? How did you personally feel about the final project?
Oh God, here we go.
No, I'm not going to get into it. Look, John Ingram says you're a better person than Richie. Hey, I'm not denying that. Garrett's a really nice guy.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that. I make me feel awful about making fun of you.
Yeah, Clicky Noise, crap. I mean, the plan was to do a festival run, and then we all watched the movie and we were like, nah.
Nah. And you guys didn't do reshoots?
No. Couldn't afford reshoots.
Everybody was done throwing money at the project at that point?
Oh, yeah.
I imagine people were probably done throwing money at that project way before that point. Movies are expensive, guys. It's a total buzzkill.
Buzzkill! Movies really suck ass to make.
It's not always fun. It looks deceptively fun in practice.
Hello, my name is Rich Alvarez. Blah blah blah. I'm editing a video of myself talking, and it's really boring because I'm just like, "Hello, my name is Rich Alvarez." Burr.
And that how you always are? Just like less boring?
I guess I'm a boring person, guys. Comment below. Am I a boring person? And if so, why are you here?
Discuss, everybody.
Discuss.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Comic maker, I don't know. Changing Patreon goals for really, really big scope projects seems counterproductive at this point. Oh, Xanderbrow asks a fascinating question. Do you know of any episodes that we filmed without bloopers or major outtakes or just like we don't publish bloopers for everything, obviously, but I can't think of. Did we have a production that comes to memory that was just like flawless from start to finish?
We didn't really have bloopers for The Clicking Noise because it was such a terrible experience.
That movie was well, you did have bloopers for The Clicking Noise. It was called The Final Product.
The final product was yeah.
Ooh, a little brutal, but.
Good morning, USA. Jackie's watching American Dad in the other room. I can hear it.
Hey, Rich, remind me whatever happened to the what is it?
What's up?
The auctions for the Lincoln and Rathnar thing.
Lincoln and Rathnar.
The costume.
What's all that about? Oh yeah, like only like 2 people bid on them. And did we ever send that out? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we sent those out. to the people who won them.
Oh, okay, who won them? I was wondering.
A couple of fans, I can't remember who.
Hey, if you're in chat and you got my WrathNar helmet, let me know. That thing took a minute to make. And it was kind of dope. Let's see. Oh man, 52 Super Luigi, a Season 1 sub still hanging out.
I'm just, for reasons I can't explain, I am watching this old YouTube news where I'm just slamming my papers down on the table.
Oh man, you really got the hang of that, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Ah! All right.
Alright, this one's tough, but I'm gonna get it.
I've just received word that Julian is on his way to my house.
Oh.
So that's when he gets here, I'll probably have to end my participation on this stream.
Oh, that's okay. I know Julian's probably not the biggest fan of going on live.
Nope, he's not, so I'll have to definitely not be live when he's here.
Just tell him before he comes in, this is, we're live! You have to be careful! The internet might know that you're a real and not like fabricated data strife of a person.
Oh no!
Oh no! We created Julian in a lab. The secret's out.
Xanderbrow, I mean, that's an interesting question. I think at that moment, Mario could have killed WrathNar, but, he didn't, and now WrathNar has had time to grow and train, and, let's just say it was a mistake.
It was a problem. That was why WrathNar told him, you just made the biggest mistake of your pathetic life. Namely because he felt it was a mistake. And for once, I think WrathNar really hit that one on the head.
I hit Matt on the head.
A ton of like really, really good knee-jerk decisions, but I think he was good on that one. That one probably safe to say. Was it the worst decision in Mario's life though? I don't know. Rich, do you feel canonically Mario has made shittier decisions than allowing WrathNar Prime to live?
Man, I think that Mario sucks ass and should die. No, just
Spoiler alert. You can't say shit like that now. People are gonna start going around and be like, Season 3 kills Mario. What?
Man, I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
Oh man, I can't get anything to work on my computer right now.
Oh my god, that's lame. What's the problem?
Jiminy Christmas.
Jiminy.
Bra. Where is the freaking episode 16 of Stupid Mario World? Ah!
Why are you? Wait, why are you looking up episode 16?
Oh, here we go. I found it because that's where the fight is.
Oh yeah, that was a good fight. Oh man.
Oh shit! You know what is even better than that though is I think I like my redo of that fight better actually.
Yeah, it was objectively better. That was why we redid it. I like the redo of your fight like 5 times more. It's really good, and you really captured like a lot of the things that I like about it.
Dude, where did I save that stupid thing?
What, the fight redo?
Fight redo, yeah. Trying to find the MP4.
Well, I mean, it's on the channel, is it not?
Well, yeah, that's great, except I need to plug it into Adobe Premiere. I don't want to just put the whole project in there. I know where the project's at, but where's the MP4?
That I
That's what
don't
I'm.
know.
Well, no, I guess you wouldn't know that,
I
would you?
wouldn't. I don't know your file structure, Rich Alvarez.
Ah!
What do we got? I'm 2 eyeballs out here. Physically cutting WrathNar's eyes out. Just kidding. It says eye viewing ports.
What is this shit? Oh, here we go. Found it.
There
Found
we go.
it.
Jeez. Here's an amusing thought that just crossed my mind. Like, considering all the darkness love in this fandom, I would honestly not be surprised if, like, theoretically, you can make season 3 just be like darkness kills the stupid Mario universe, and like, I actually think there wouldn't be people wouldn't be mad about that. Kind of
No,
like
they
a spin
wouldn't.
on what is it, Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. Darkness kills him. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Is there blood everywhere now?
A little bit.
Fair enough.
Ugh.
That's so gross. There we go. Awesome. I would be mad about it. It's a terrible ending. That's. I didn't say everybody would like it, but that's some. There are a handful of people who will be like, "Oh yeah, that was dope. Oh yeah, that was really good."
Oh, Attack Boss 6 says he got the helmet.
Say what?
Attack Boss 6 says I got the helmet.
Oh, sweet, Attack Box 6. That's awesome. Hope you like it, buddy. Hope our heads are
Andrew-
the same size.
Andrew Pereira says, what program do you use for the SGI? Did you mean CGI or is this something else?
CGI would be After Effects, right? That's all After Effects?
Well, it is when I do it, but it depends. For a lot of the special effects that I don't do, which is handled by Sky Lizard Studios, such as like the actual lightsaber fights and stuff, I have no idea what he uses. I know he uses After Effects for some of the base concepts, but I think he uses stuff like Java, not Java, some what's it? I can't remember what it's called.
Fair enough. And that's why we outsource some of the heavy-duty special effects, because there's other programs out there we don't know a lot about. So if anybody is studying that field in the chat, might be a good topic of opportunity to bring up.
Yeah, go ahead.
This new helmet, I don't know if I'm selling it. It has yet to be constructed or used. Who knows? It could not survive.
I don't think I'll be doing any auctions though. Like the helmet sold for like 80, which was okay, but we definitely lost money on the Linkle suit because it cost Jackie $50 to make that Linkle costume, and it only sold for like 35.
Oh, you shouldn't have listed it for anything less than the production cost. But
That was my bad.
Sold for at cost. How long do lightsabers take me? Depends. The normal style ones aren't really that hard. Those are just I mean, honestly, going shopping for the dowels and like acquiring the right kind of wood in the right place is really the hardest part of that whole endeavor. Other than that, it's those are just electrical tape and making the right length cuts. The Luigi one with the crossguard actually was a bit of an ordeal. That one was hard to do in a way that it like wouldn't break. So.
All right.
Yeah, that one took a minute. That one took a little while.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. I like your guys' craftsmanship. It's dope. Thank you, Cody. It's pretty amateur. There's nothing here that I don't think you're not capable of. It's important to drive home that pretty much everything that you've seen in Super Mario Brothers is, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario World, with really maybe the exception of some of our bigger buck CGI fights, is all stuff that's accessible to like just the average consumer. That's that's kind of one of the cool parts of this whole sort of series is there's nothing that really you see in use, materials wise, or camera wise, or lighting wise, or software wise that isn't like stuff that you guys could theoretically get your hands on. The exception being obviously some of the stuff that the production studio that we outsource the the production studio that we outsource the CGI to, the real heavy duty CGI. I don't know what they use, and I don't imagine that's anything. Or I imagine that's pretty expensive, I should say. Yeah, right. You are, Cody Sam. That you are. Garrett, what are some of the forms you study for sword fights? It's like block high, block low and stuff, or just the sport in general? Dude, I could give you a ringer on just like swordplay stuff. I've been in it that way longer than I've been in any sort of film stuff. Oh man, I mean, there's so many good movies out there as far as ones that really, really faithfully recreate good swordplay. But my area of study specifically is Iaido, which is it's a peacetime art practiced by the Japanese, made famous by the samurai. So the samurai swordplay, and I'm going to oversimplify a lot, so pardons to anybody who actually knows really the full details here. It thinks I'm skipping over stuff. This is kind of the layman's version. But long and the short of it, samurai used to have kind of two active two active philosophies that made up, just a myriad of different martial arts that really encompassed their fighting styles, many of which were different region to region. But in general, across the board, most samurai had a peacetime art, which was practiced when their clan or them or whatever extent were not at war. And then they had a wartime art. And while obviously these changed a lot over time, there is basically those both could be summed up to the degree that peacetime arts assume that your sword is being from a drawn position. Or it's already sheathed, whereas a lot of the wartime arts assume that the sword is already unsheathed, and also assume there's other types of swords, and also make accommodations for you wearing armor, whereas both you and the opponent are wearing armor. So that one's a lot more of an attrition-based proposition, and way more about positioning and stamina than the peacetime art, which I find super fascinating, which is Iaido.
Blah blah blee blah.
Oh, easy. Iaido is the one that they would do in peacetime, and that's the one that you see portrayed in all the movies. The two dudes in the robe, and they meet each other, and then there's like just one or two cuts, and then it's over, and somebody's dead. Yeah, I know. So that's interesting to me just because of the something called economics of movement, which is the concept that, they just make everything, little single thing matter. So I guess what I'm saying in a really long-winded sort of way is look up Iaido. Just look up Iaido videos, look up Iaido 101. I believe the American spelling for it is Jiado. But as with many Japanese translation, a truly like phonetically, or a true spelling doesn't exist of it in English. So check it out. But yeah, to Xanderbrow, to Knife Stalker, well, not so much Knife Stalker because you're mostly a reaction vids guy, but anybody out there who's doing swordplay and videos, check those out because it just shows, it really kind of Iaido as a concept really breaks down sort of all the variables that constitute sword fighting as far as awareness and economics of movement, so that's a great place to start. The Knife Stalker says he can burp better than you, Richie. Here's the thing, though. Knife Stalker, you're not 21, and therefore you don't have beer on your side. So if we really wanted to win, we could just get our buddy Beer involved, and we would win. That's how that would go. Oh yeah, I liked yours. I liked your duel, Knife Stalker. You had a test duel that went on there, and then I sent you all those Facebook stuff associated with really Idaho principles. So spoiler alert, that's where I got all of the that's where I got all of the suggestions for kind of like what all the suggestions I gave you about how to make good fights out there. I don't know if there's like a big outcry for it. I might spread some of that stuff philosophically, or if somebody was like, hey, Rich, like, could you have Garrett make a how to do good movie fights tutorial for the channel? Like, yeah, I might be interested in that, but that's a bit of an undertaking, so there need to be some interest, I'm sure.
A beer.
Well, check it out. Everything's out. Everything is all out. So that's good.
Do it!
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Don't let your dreams be dreams! Styrofoam black market.
Oh, that sounds like Holly might be home.
The best video that no one watches.
What is that one?
Oh, the styrofoam black market.
The Styrofoam Black Market. I know, you're forever salty about the fact that that video like, didn't propel you to a role on SNL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well. That's all good.
In recent depressing news.
Oh,
sorry.
52 Super Luigi. Sorry, I haven't seen your question. But they're asking if you're getting the Switch, to which I'm just going to go ahead and answer for you and say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Switch.
Someone apparently missed all the streams I did talking about the Switch.
Yeah, Super Luigi, we answered this in a prior stream. But yeah, no, he is most definitely getting the Switch. I probably will not be getting the Switch, but I will be using Richie's Switch. So there's that. Oh, jeez. Oh man. Okay, Rich, what is your favorite? That one gamer says he actually really likes Styrofoam Black Market. So does Andrew Pereira. So there's some appreciation here.
Yup, good.
Good, real good. Okay, Night Stalker asked a question that I feel is very close to my heart, certainly, and that is, what was your favorite? What was it?
Duel?
Yeah, what was your duel?
My favorite duel might be the finale of Plumber Knight Season 1, actually, between Koopa and Plumber Knight. Oh my god, Skype finally opened.
What? Are you kidding me? That's so unreal.
Like I told you, I click on it, and then like 2 hours later, it finally opens.
So weird, dude.
I'm just not going to close it. I'm just not going to close it now.
As to what could cause that? Anybody got an idea in chat as to what could cause Skype to just like chintz out and then like hours later finally be like, oh yeah, I got it, and open up?
I might be too congested to do the darkness voice.
And we got a handful of people asking you to do give us a quick darkness voice quip.
Yeah, I might be too congested, but I can give it a try.
All right.
Mario! Looks like you were wrong all along. That's it.
That's good. Man, when you hear it out of the context of Stupid Mario, you really hear the Mark Hamill influence. But
oh yeah,
that's good. Knife Stalker flipped his shit at the end of Plumber Knight Season 1. That one's pretty good. There you go. Kilco I'm looking out for you, even though I'm babysitting the we're babysitting the stream right now. And then I don't know. I think it was Xandergrow said do Prime's voice. Well, there's a few different there's a few different philosophies with a lot of the different WrathNar voices, but like I would say that where is my contact wrench?
All right, I've added you on Skype now, I believe.
Oh, very good. I appreciate that.
I don't know if it would be too hard to set that up to do it right now.
To do it right now?
That way people could see my stupid face.
Let me try.
I guess I'd have to call you first on here.
Yeah, I'm not signed in though, so give me a sec.
Call failed. There's no answer.
Yeah, I'm not logged in yet. Give me a sec. I didn't.
Give me a second.
Yeah, right.
Oh. Brr. Brr. Take your website back. Do it for you, dude. Cry, little sister. Anybody ever seen The Lost Boys? Hey, everybody. You guys like fish sticks?
Man, Skype is just not letting me in. That's such a bummer. Let's see. Oh man, I'm way behind the comments now. Let's see.
Yeah, it's Kiko Lynn said, "Hey Richie, do you remember the old $20 joke?" Only because it's mentioned every time we do a stream ever.
Even if we hadn't, people won't let us forget it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
People will not let us forget it. But that being said, we do. We do remember it. Yes, absolutely. Man, that was not the passcode that I thought that would be.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
Oh.
I'm calling you.
Oh. I'm getting a call from Garrett Allen.
There we go. Okay, everybody bear with me while I make this happen. Turn your video on. Or turn your camera on, sorry.
Oh yeah, why isn't that working?
I don't know, but let me turn off.
There we go.
Oh, I better turn these lights on so I don't look all blue or whatever.
There we go.
Echo. I'm so sorry about the echo.
I'm probably have to get off the Discord because now you're gonna hear this. Or maybe Skype sounds better through Discord.
I'm getting out of Discord. That's awful.
I just thought it might sound better through Discord than Skype, but
no, that's all good. All right, let me see. We're gonna do a.
I tell you what, Garrett, I'm gonna mute my audio for Skype. So
no, I already exited Discord. I'm making this work. All
right, whatever.
You there we go. There's that. And then if I change this. Oh, no, that's not right. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard? Ah. Oh no, I ruined it. No. I don't know. Keep talking just to make sure. Oh wait. Although I think let's see.
Can you still hear me?
Ooh.
Hello?
Oh. There seems to be consensus that people are happy that you're what is it? Continuing with the series in what is it? In chat.
Well, goody. Crasher925 says, if anyone's talking, we can hear you.
Yeah, I know. I'm messing everything up right now because I've never attempted this on this machine, and it's a little different.
Well, let's just go back to the Discord thing then.
All right, give me one more minute. Give me one more minute because I feel like I'm close.
So close.
Woo!
Woo! Make you hit the
That's not how you do that. I know, right? Now you're seeing it the way everyone else is.
Oh God, it's a mess.
That's funny. All right, I'm leaving it alone for now. I can't do this on my laptop willy-nilly.
All right.
Boop. All right, dropped you in Skype. You're back on.
Back on Discord?
Back on Discord.
All right, everybody, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I turned you back on.
Okay.
Yeah, all is good.
Good. Well. They do what they want to do, say what they want to say, be who they want to be. The Addams Family.
Ooh, I might have been onto something there. Actually, I think I found it. Okay, well, I'm gonna try video calling you one more time because I think I got it.
Wait, what's going on?
I'm video calling you again. I got it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just when I was getting comfortable here.
Yeah, right. There you go. We did it. See yourself?
Not yet. It's going to take a second for me to see myself over on this end.
And then for this audio capture.
Oh, there I am. I see myself. Huzzah! Huzzah!
All right, I'm leaving Discord to eliminate the echo.
Echo.
Yeah. Oh man, Discord does sound so much better, but it's okay. At least they can see you now.
Well, I don't know if how this would work, or if it would be in conflict with your machinery. But I was saying I could mute my mic on Skype, and then you could just hear me through Discord.
Yeah, I mean that's possible, but it's good. I've been doing this in real time, so it's done now.
Okay. Guess not.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, I'm back to the crafting. Okay. I need my Dremel. Where's my Dremel? Ugh.
All right, back to editing.
Back to life.
Back to reality. I think you're really going to like this video, Garrett.
You think I am?
I think you will.
I mean, I think I will too, but why do you think?
Because
what about it makes you think that it's super tight?
I don't know, dude. Well, I mean, the concept is good. I mean, what I'm preaching is good.
All right. You got good ideas, man. I believe in you. Attack Boss is asking for a Stupid Mario musical.
Wait, what was that about a Stupid Mario musical?
It's been requested in chat.
Uh,
I mean, I'll take things that aren't going to happen for 500, Alex, but at the same time, I am.
I see.
At
Yeah, I
least,
think we need a Super Mario musical.
I-
Well,
I am at least
not from me. No.
You know who won't be doing that? Nobody here.
Yes. So Garrett says SDude151. What's the theme that you're doing with WrathNar's costume? Because so far the helmet is giving off a whole Skyrim vibe.
Really?
Long.
I don't think that it's a Skyrim vibe so much, but you know what? I kind of see that. Skyrim has some good helmets. Did you know I actually considered like the horns at one point? But So we are looking at a few things, but I would say that WrathNar's outfit is predominantly inspired by Dark Souls at the moment. But I mean, or at least the original inspiration was. The final product's gonna be pretty far removed from that. But definitely when I was looking around as far as like what outfits I thought were appropriate, I wanted something that, because Ganon wears armor. He wears armor in the medieval, like Central European style, essentially, with some kind of Middle Eastern flair to it. Considering a lot of Gerudo style is inherently derivative of like Middle Eastern and like Northern Mediterranean kind of architecture.
I can see that.
So I wanted something that kind of used those accents. So that's why we have, this in its current design, which is really just very basic as far as the helmet's concerned. But you'll notice that not a lot of knights included skulls on their armor. So the inclusion of a skull here is going to be a little bit more on the Mediterranean / Middle Eastern side of things. For those of you who have seen 300, remember the face masks of the immortals and stuff like that. That, if you recall, there was Persian, so kind of an extra Mediterranean thing as well. I don't know about a mixture of darkness and Ganon made it into a character. Jesus, that character would be problematic on a lot of levels. I mean, that's just like problematic to cast, but like just problematic for the characters in the show. I think it's, you would know better than I would, Rich, but I think it's fair to say that like Darkness's biggest single weakness is the fact that he's just not interested in winning so much as he is just sowing discord.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Where like Ganon definitely wants to win. Ganon really wants to win. So that's
something.
That's problematic. But just the idea that like if anybody ever came in and was like, okay, now Darkness is focused and has a very, very good singular goal as far as he wants to do one thing, and he's like not going to ask questions and not get distracted and not have like weird ulterior motives. He's just going to do that thing. I mean, that would be an issue.
Yeah. I'm standing up because I'm going to go get some tissues. I'll be right back.
All right, very good. I'm going to try to get this Dremel working.
Cool. Oh, shoot.
S-Dude is a time patroller too, so he's looking for WrathNar as well. And you know what? That's okay, dude. Or I would say be careful what you wish for. Because he's got WrathNar loses to Mario, but I'd like to feel like we've done an okay job on at least portraying him as a somewhat competent fighter. How's the suit going? Good. I feel like I'm missing some things though, but we're looking okay. We're looking better and better. I should probably just cut out another set of these pylons as opposed to fuss with details at the moment, but I really want to try a secondary faceplate just to see kind of how that looks.
Whew. All right, Garrett, I gotta go.
All right, you buddy here?
Yep.
All right, well, say hello to Jillian from myself and the rest of YouTube.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. And then there was one. All right, very good. Oh, looks like the Punisher's motorcycle helmet. I accept that observation. That was pretty good. Although, I mean, my starting point here for this faceplate is a little bit more Punisher-y. It's a little bit more, it's kind of got the extended mouthpiece that's a little more indicative of the Punisher. But, yeah, let's not set anything on fire. That's all good. Whatever happened with the missing episodes of Stupid Mario Brothers? I have no idea. That's a question for Rich another time. I think he re-uploaded a few of them, at least the important ones that were lost for whatever reason. But I mean, there's so many weird reasons a video can get taken down on YouTube these days. So don't worry about it too much. If you have a specific request for something for him to re-upload, this goes for really any significant body of people, understand you can hit him up and he will more than likely re-upload it. So that's all good. I have no idea what Rich and Jillian are going to do. Here's the thing about Jillian. Sometimes Jillian just shows up. Sometimes it's just sort of like, knock, knock, knock. Hey, buddy. And it's like, whoa, Jillian's here. Okay. So, and he doesn't come around too much. So you got to snap up those opportunities when they present themselves. So we're applying a heat gun to the black molding here, or to the black foam mold, and then it's gonna be nice and malleable. We can stretch it over the curve that we want. So that's good. Ugh. Garrett, make the Darth Maul. Initially, actually, yeah, that had been thrown out. I don't know. A Darth Maul style lightsaber was, yeah, my first running choice for a long time. But without revealing whether or not it got chosen or not, just know it's an expensive proposition. Like, it's problematic for the amount of, like, it would just be a huge CGI time suck to animate not just one but two blades, especially in the fact that, like, the nature of bow staff related combat is going to mean that thing is moving a whole lot more time spent on tracking and whatnot. So, yeah, I don't know about that one. We're gonna wait and see about that, because a lot of the season 3 like fight content is going to be probably some of the last stuff we tackle. So exact weapon stuff is sort of TBH at this point. Looks like a better version of Darth Vader. Anybody out there who isn't like regularly explore DeviantArt and all that kind of stuff, for starters, check out Morning Coffee Run. But for second, or don't, I don't know. I forget there's a lot of dicks on that page. Just know there's a lot of dicks on that page, but Archie's very good. Anyway, the long and the short of it is, there is some really, really cool art out there for like a medieval and a samurai style Darth Vader. And, I mean, I won't lie and say that was stuff that I looked up on the list of stuff that I looked at. One of my favorite aesthetics that I've been trying to capture across many different forms of armor that I'm building right now is the old Star Wars Old Republic aesthetic. That kind of has the, what is it? Kind of has that, sort of rustic quality to it, which we see presented so beautifully in Darth Revan, etc. Knife Stalker, you're too kind, my friend. Oh, tell him to put out the 1 hour fight episode, the one with all the blood and stuff. Oh man, that was a good episode. I liked that one. That one was dope. Says the fight guy. Although, to be fair, I didn't know them at that point. That was just Rich's fight choreography before. And yeah, I have no idea if you guys like mine better or not. But I mean, I guess it's a little bit more actual martial arts. Not that Rich is bad or doesn't know, but yeah, I mean, it's more detailed in a lot of ways. You're never more than a few clicks away from dicks on the internet. Yeah, that's absolutely true. But I feel differently about like unknowingly and intentionally, intentionally or accidentally, like just ushering people like, there's dicks over there, you know. Richie going more serious on his next project or comedic? I mean, I can't reveal too much about that, but I will say, I mean, Richie wants to maintain the balanced tone of, or kind of the double-sided tone of Stupid Mario into Season 3. Whether or not that just means some funny moments, some darker moments, etc., etc., etc. I mean, I'm not exactly sure. The writing, I submitted a script that I wrote for Season 3 as far as, kind of like where my suggestions on the series should go. And mine was pretty dark. In fact, in retrospect, mine was mine was actually super dark. There was a lot of like upsetting stuff that happened in that rendition. So, and Richie was kind of like, "Oh God!" Like, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, I was in a weird mood." That's a thing. Maybe I'll release that script once kind of we know what Season 3 looks like. If it doesn't end up being too similar. Because I'm pretty sure he's going to choose a totally different ending than I did. That being said, yeah, I don't know. I was hoping to I'll be bugging him soon about what the final rendition is. And after Super Mario is over, I would just like to see a more comedic side come back. Okay, good. Then we're in alignment. Then actually, yeah. I mean, I think future Project Richie are going to do if Richie had his way, there would be a lot more comedic content on the channel. I'll just leave it at that. I mean, like, the fan base tends to like things a little bit more serious. That's just kind of like where entertainment media is at right now. Is the more serious stuff, fits with kind of what we expect and kind of the tone of entertainment a little bit more. But yeah, if Richie 100% had his way, he would post like comedic content to the fullest extent possible. So just know your desires are in line with Rich's end goal. Now, what sells and what's realistic and what ends up being most successful in the wrong one, hey, that's a little bit harder to predict. But what do you do? That's all good. Night Stalker's asking, do I like Call of Duty? I kind of do. I wouldn't say that I'm crazy about the series, but yeah, I mean, I would, Call of Duty isn't bad. I grew up more of a Battlefield fan myself, so so I was just, I just kind of played a lot more of those. I kind of like the grander, kind of like dynamic Battlefield scope of that one. But Call of Duty's got some great campaigns, so I can't fault them on that. And then we have, and I don't know, I mean, this year's release, obviously, Infinite Warfare, I mean, I don't think it was quite as atrocious as people say it was, but it's, I mean, it was, to me, unimpressive, or, could have been better. Everything that they put out is, like, beautifully done and, like, really, really awesome and a lot of hard work and all that kind of stuff, so I don't want to fault, like, any major video game production. I just don't, it just bothers me when I see, like, production studios with, like, a really good established franchise and kind of just, kind of redoing the same thing or not really exploring or just playing it safe, kind of as far as recreations are concerned. Playing it safe in general is a theme across so many storytelling mediums right now. Just it is so much more economically sound to play it safe, so people do. And yeah, that's a concern there. So Call of Duty's a little bit guilty of that, but I played, hundreds of hours of Call of Duty, specifically Modern Warfare 2 on multiplayer. That one, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was a good game. That was a good game. So we'll see. S-Dude, got a random question. Everybody, did WrathNar have a new suit? Did the two WrathNars fuse together, or is this some costume change? I will tell you that WrathNars do not fuse together. I can tell you that. There is another explanation for the suit and how he gets it. but it is not two WrathNar's fusing together. I would say they're pretty equal, Cody. Is the idea of like what does the current fan base want, and then what is the or what does the current fan base want versus like what does YouTube want? We have to do a certain amount of YouTube content, but I would say YouTube is less concerned with the content of the videos and way more about the scope. Like for instance, YouTube advertises longer videos more now. So like if you have an hour-long video, it's more likely to make it to. It's kind of more likely for it to trickle to the top of the recommended lists or other people's front pages if you have those long videos. So stuff that's getting new viewership, or bringing in new people who haven't heard of it, or things that are bringing in people from different areas there, that kind of stuff, that kind of like front page grab is favoring new videos at this point. And that does need, obviously, like reservations do need to be made for bringing people in, because a fan base always has to be growing in order to succeed as kind of a business. But conversely, you can't alienate the old fans because they're there for a reason. And yeah, I would say depending on the week, that could be either 50-50 or probably at farthest 70-30 depending on the project. Plus, you guys are traditionally the most loyal, and but when it comes to like Super Mario content and stuff, that like we're usually at this point we're not really trying to bring in like new viewers with Stupid Mario. At this point, like I don't even know, like if Stupid Mario World just brought back every person who was watching it during its Super Mario Brothers heyday, if Super Mario World had that viewership, if we were just able to return to that, that'd be crazy. That'd be amazing. And I guess that's appealing to the old fan base technically. But with like the newer stuff, like Richie's other shows, like Let's Cook and that one that we shot and are about to release, self-censorship, then yeah, those are probably more 70-30 designed to bring in new fans. That's just going to depend on the project. AAK, I collaborated with Richie after, this is going to sound surprising to those of you who haven't heard me talk about it before, but actually after Stupid Mario Brothers was like already practically out of production. So my very, very first day meeting Richie as a person can be seen on, what is it, there's, I forget which episode it came out in, and I should remember this because it's a question that comes up a lot, but there was an episode of Stupid Mario or a Stupid Mario post spin-off or something that featured Zubashi, the Blood Red Ninja, and he had with him a ninja cohort that was like actually doing all the flips and stuff, and actually doing all that dynamic kicking and stuff. And that was me. And like all of a sudden, after the ninjas doing like fake karate and whatnot, there's one dude in the background who's like actually doing like the flip kicks and whatnot, and that's me. And that was the first day I had met Richie. It was Matt Provincial, Wario. He was kind of a mutual friend of me and Richie's, even though I hadn't met Richie yet. Matt hung out at my high school, kind of with my high school friends a lot, even though Matt and Richie and Chris all went to a different high school. More like Matt hits on theater girls, and I happened to be proximate to the theater department, so they knew him. Anyway, me and Matt came to meet through our mutual friends, and then one day Matt was like, hey, I need a dude with like some karate experience who could come help with this project that me and my friends do. I was like, oh, interesting. Okay, that's nice. And then I showed up, and like I got to be a part of like Stupid Mario Brothers, which is interesting considering it was huge at that time. I had never heard of it. So yeah, I hung out with them, and then I met Rich, and yeah, just slowly over the past few years. Really, it wasn't until Plumber Night when I got my own character and actually like had to show up for more than just one or two things that we really started talking and kind of got close. But yeah, that was how it started. Do you think Richie would upload each season to one video? I don't know. Maybe. There's that might actually be an interesting proposition, considering it could help with viewership. It paces weird. I will say that when you like put an entire like just contingency of episodes together, it literally just goes. It's kind of like it gets exciting and then not so much. It gets exciting and then not so much. Nice talk. Will there be a season 4? TBD, but not in the works at this point. we still have a lot to do with season 3. So that is all good. But yeah, no, at this point, season 3 is not anticipated. Or season 4 is not anticipated, I should say. Okay, so that's looking better. Let's cut up some other ones. Or maybe I should heat fuse these. Yeah, I'm not sure to what extent Richie has brought it up, but at this point he intends season 3, which at this point is going to be a movie. He intends that to end the series, or to end kind of like the stupid Mario franchise. But I don't know. That's the conversation we had a ton of, or we had talked a ton about. But we're gonna see what that all amounts to. You can direct concerns about that to him, because at this point I haven't troubled him on that topic a whole lot. Stupid Mario World. Well, there's only 2 seasons. Obviously I like season 2 more because season 2 is kind of about me. Is that super super selfish? Like, oh yeah, I like the one where I show up. That's the one I like. Also, I like more combative tones and whatnot. I like that a little bit more, so that's all good. $300 towards Patreon goal. Yeah, that's true. That being said, like I said, we are making it. We are making season 3. It's not like any version of reality means that, or if there's any version of reality where we just go like, oh, nope, just kidding, not making it, and peace out at this point. We are going to make season 3. Oh, there we go. That's the problem. Ooh. Okay. Here comes the kind of messy part. It is kind of interesting how that one role ended up me kind of snowballing in. But, I mean, like, and I will say, like, part of my opportunity was due to the fact that I had, like, a unique skill set. I'm not a good actor. I'm not a good singer. And at the time, I was certainly not a good writer. But like, not everybody out there has a bunch of years of martial arts like I do. So, like, right away, that was a way for me to distinguish myself. And I think that played a big role in, me getting invited to a lot of projects that I've kind of been distal to. I'm sure there's a lesson in there somewhere about, like, distinguish yourself and carve out a unique skill set and whatnot. But there is. That's essentially, let's be real, that's the reason I got invited back for this production. Because I wasn't their friend at the beginning. I wasn't. I was a person that was performing a job for them. I was helping them on a production with a specific skill set to the detriment of some of the others. I don't have really good comedic timing like they do. It's just, it's different. Ugh, alright, I need my wrench. I'm going to be in the other room. One sec. the WrathNar upgraded costume? It's good. It just takes a long time to do these things. Especially when you leave tools in the other room because you were filming in another place. So that's good. Yes, dude, I didn't see your I did not see your drawing of Mario. You could join the Discord and show me there. I check the Discord daily. Yeah, if anybody wants to communicate with me or has something to show me or need my input on anything, jump on that stupid Mario Discord or the Rich Alvarez, the RMA fan base. Because yeah, I mean I check that pretty much daily at this point. Also, once in a blue moon, we'll jump on. We'll play some Overwatch on that Discord. So that's dope. All right, I finally got what I needed. Excellent. All right. Let me see what chat box says. Oh my God, Cody, you talk about Loan Shark. Don't talk about Loan Shark. So guys, I was a part of like right out of high school. I was a part of this kind of cringy, but like I still love it. Production called Loan Shark. You can look it up on YouTube if you want to see like 18-year-old me slugging it out. And the acting's awful. You just need to just go in it. Like the acting is god awful, but the fights in it are actually pretty good because it's put on by a bunch of kids that all did karate together for a bunch of years, myself included, as well as my brother. There we go. There we go. All right. So what I'm doing right now is we're just expanding the eyes to give them more of a sloped, sort of metallic appearance. And I'm going to step away from this for a minute and start on my heat molding. A little more. There we go. Oh, thanks, Crimson Falcon. I really appreciate it. Yeah, this is, I would say, WrathNar's costume, or just EVA foam in general, represents a much, a lot less time than a lot of other costume productions that you see. This is a very much a low time impact sort of craft than like PVC armor, for instance. Which is a big reason why I like the EVA, because I can get it done, within these somewhat reasonable time frames. So that's all good. Not quite. There we go. Sorry, I'll read more comments in a second, but I gotta concentrate on this. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys liked the helmet and how it came out. Yeah, the final one will be ultra similar, but maybe just a few angles slightly different. In fact, that it kind of increases its notoriety. It's like this is the first helmet will kind of be the helmet that almost was. All right, let's switch out cables. Let's get the Not Light My House on Fire gun. I trained in a whole bunch of martial arts, Adam, but 4th degree black belt in Kempo. Though I super like Taekwondo, I super like Krav Maga. I'm bad at Jiu-Jitsu, but it's just so endlessly fascinating. A little bit of Judo, Chin Na, a tiny bit of, which is an awesome, like, joint locking art. Iaido for sword play. Kind of a hobbyist when it comes to the European fighting styles or sword fighting styles, but yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch. I've been doing this for a little while, so. And I'm kind of ADD, so I get into one thing, and the next week it's like, oh shoot, have you seen this other thing? Oh man. Yeah, Attack Boss, you got beta helmet. That being said, that might end up being the better helmet, to be perfectly honest. That helmet came out really solid, and I'm really glad you have it. So enjoy it. So the big crux of EVA foam, if I haven't said it enough, is the idea that like I'm gonna heat mold this, and then like it's malleable and it will retain this shape. So that's all good. When do you think you guys will start filming for season 3? We technically have already started. It's kind of be done in spurts, but yeah, very beginning of February is when we're gonna like go into like full production, like second week of February or something. So that's all good. A lot of people just turned up having busy Januaries, so we put it off just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Let's do this one, because this one is going to be the toughest. So this is part of the back beld right here, and this has just got to be heated up so we can form and kind of push it into and stretch it into the form mold that we need for a rounded helmet or a rounded back piece. Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat, that dude was a boss, and you think, you know what? I think you're totally right. I would happily state that, yeah, there was some Shao Kahn inspiration there. You can probably kick my ass. Why would I want to, student? Why would I want to? Just peace and love over here, man. That being said, I mean, like, I can't lie to anybody and say that, like, a huge part of why it's cool to know martial arts is the ass-kicking part. Is that whole notion where it's like, you feel good. You feel good waking up knowing, like, hey, you know, if everybody if it ever came to a throwdown, I could step to the groove and that would be all right. And that's good. I mean, I really enjoy feeling that way, certainly. Right, Marty Man. You know what? If Marty Man, I would consider doing that if I knew it wouldn't like genuinely upset him. Like, it would be like, it would be definitely one of those ones where it was it's a prank, and it would have been like, like, yeah, that. I don't think he'd find that terribly funny, long and the short of it. So, no, I'm not gonna lure him into a trap. Matt, on the other hand, I would like lure into a trap and just be like, just get him talking about something. And then be like, just kidding, the whole internet heard you. He'd be like, I wouldn't ruin a friendship over that one. What is Richie like as a director? That has changed a lot over, kind of my years of working with him. But in general, yeah, he's a phenomenal director. I would say really the only complaint I have to say about Richie is sometimes he's a little underprepared. That's about it. Which is a really fair and like very consistent complaint with just directors in general. But yeah, no, Rich is really fair and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure I've had a good working relationship with him. As with, any production, there's people who have variances in that decision. But I think Richie's an excellent director. I think he gets the good part, or the really necessary parts really right. Oh, the Discord website? Oh my god, the Discord website is really just sassy from start to finish. It's a crowdsourced program, so as a result, yeah, a lot of people bash it as a Skype alternative, and they did jump on that, and it is funny to me. It's quite funny. Yeah, join that RMA server. Alright, well, bye-bye, Kilko Lynn. Thank you for joining us. And, Tear of Grace. That one's all good. Do you find it weird that Konami and Super Mario sounds like Darkness and Plumber Net Returns? Yeah, I mean like Koopa. Kinda, yeah. I think Richie Loki used the same sort of like After Effects profile for the distortion there. So that might have been a thing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we're getting some sheen on this. That's because the actual that's because the surface level of the foam is kind of melting into a sheen there. So now we're gonna get this stuff, which is always a pleasure to work with. This is contact cement, and it's a creeper glue. I mean that in the context that it creeps up on you. It's definitely like, this is just watery crap. Why is this that I'm literally just wafting Elmer's glue into my, oh, just kidding, that glue's really good. It kind of sneaks up. So that's all good. Now, also, a big reason we're using a very liquidy, very, kind of almost watery on appearance glue like contact cement is because we want to fill the pores. When working with foam, it's super important to saturate not just the surface of foam, but the layers immediately beneath. So that's a big part of what we're trying to do here. That's all over my hands already. So that's a good thing. I know, and I've noticed that a lot of you, like more so than not, for being a California-based operation, the majority of our fans do not appear to be based in California or really even the Western United States for that matter. We definitely have a good number of fans, but I've noticed most of you guys are Midwest, or East Coast, or I know a good number of you are Rockies. We got Scott holding down Canada. We definitely have a good international fan base, but it's not the majority. I think I haven't done like a ton of demographics research on it, but I feel like most of you are from, east of the Rockies. So there's that. I know something about darkness that you don't, Knife Stalker says. Oh, indeed. Look at you stirring the pot. Oh, wait, did I do this right? Oh my god, I didn't even do this right. Alright. It's alright, forest glue, right? That's the wrong edge. Let's try this again. Oh, good. Thankfully, foam is a forgiving material. And contact cement is a forgiving glue because really, until it bonds with another surface that you hit with contact cement, it's really not going to have that runaway sort of bonding effect. There we go. Okay. Fair enough. Get in there. Alright, all over. That's good. Most of the Rockies aside from LA. I'm Sacramento. There's a great number of people in Sacramento. Alright, let's see. We gotta dry this out just a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Alright. Set that away from everything because heat guns will literally cause house fires if unattended. So that's dope. This won't be a true full suit of armor like a knight's armor. That's not going to be the case. But yeah, this will be this will at least have a chest piece and maybe some additional pads. I have the shoulder pieces glued up over there too. So yeah, we're going to see some elements of full armor here. I guess that would make it kind of like a half plate sort of situation within more correct nomenclature. I'm just going to hold that in place for a second. Cody, I am in the works of making my own stream. You should know that. Everybody in chat should know that. I will within a week. I will have a new channel that I started with one of my other friends. I will still be on here occasionally, but you guys can find us at It's going to be called The Complaint Department, and it's going to be a primarily sci-fi and strategy themed podcast or themed stream with YouTube elements that'll come in further down the line. So there's that. We should film a fight scene on the Golden Gate Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge is nowhere near us, Xander, bro. I think I just blew a fuse on my unit here. Man, these are not bonding. That's a bummer. Okay, well, let's let's turn that off. It's Soviet Russia. Mushroom eats you. Yeah, right. Actually, I think that's probably more Australia where that happens. Oh, man. Guess I need more glue. This part's a little tough, but if you use the right materials and use the right kinds of glue and just take your time and let it be what they are, then that's how you get some of the better results, certainly. And that's what we're going for here. Oh, what bridge is in Cali? Oh, yeah. No, I mean, like, the Golden Gate Bridge is definitely in the Bay Area, but California is huge, and we're not near the Bay. So, that's all good. Just be helmet bros. Yeah, right. It's super easy. I watched a lot of streams here, but one sec. All right, all good. Girlfriend is on her way home from rehearsal. For those of you who don't know, Girlfriend is a musical theater performer, so she spends a lot of time at the local Sacramento community theaters just doing her various works. Yeah. This trip there, we've got a really, really, really cool bridge that's not too near, or that's not too far from where we are, though. For those of you that saw Vin Diesel's first, the first Triple X movie, there's a scene where a car goes off of this giant bridge in a forest, like this absolutely monstrous bridge during one of the car chase scenes. That bridge is actually pretty close to us. So, and I will say that just from we are trying to bring a more varied setting to season 3. So yeah, actually, Xander Rao, you have unknowingly suggested actually a very reasonable and somewhat compelling point. And perhaps maybe go finding a big bridge to film on. Cody. Cody said he doesn't want pornos. Yeah, the movie was called Triple S. Thanks, jerk. I think you know what I knew, what I meant. But yeah, no, the movie is really called Triple X for those of you who are doubting me. But I don't know too many pornos that have like car chases in them that involve like large budget bridge jumps. I don't know, maybe you guys should write some letters. Yeah, you're filming the City Avengers style. We did that with some of our previous projects, not Richie so much, but like when I was filming that Loan Shark project, for instance. And I will say that, like, in general, cities are hard to film in. I know some of you guys don't have any other opportunities, but like I really like the isolation and just the not being botheredness of kind of like the Chris's house and a lot of the other settings that we've seen in that fashion. Privacy is awesome when it comes to a lot of that stuff. And yeah, this guy's having a little bit of trouble. Let's see if we can't get some of the old glue on it. Oh, good. Yeah, I just read that comment. That's good. That's good. AAK. The other regular Canadian viewer is DeKayland, as you may or may not know. And yeah, the consensus is that Canada has pretty good access to public infrastructure, including internet. So that's that's a damn good thing for companies like us. It might explain why, despite being a sort of like grassroots effort in another country, you guys are able to enjoy us. So that's good. Nintendo definitely did not rip off Richie. Nintendo does kind of what they want. But it is curious that, if anything, it's curious that Nintendo felt to take a similar that like Nintendo and Richie sat down separately from each other and decided to take a similar direction with the Mario character. Not that I feel like Super Mario in real life or any of that sort of elements that we see sort of present in Odyssey are really, really real life or all that difficult to sort of grasp. Or kind of come up with of their one's own accord. But I am curious to see what Odyssey has to offer because it's bizarre looking. To be perfectly frank, it looks good. It's kind of bizarre at this point. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it is. It is Donk City, or it's New Donk City. So it's not quite. They're not pitching it as the real world, but it's obviously way more rooted in like reality, just in terms of like the kind of people you see living there, and the types of environments. But yeah, it is not like the game is actually like he comes to a place on Earth or something. So we'll see. Subashi should return to Super Mario. I don't know that Rich would like that, if only because Zubashi requires him to be immensely physical, just in terms of like he has to be up and jumping around and kicking and stuff, and like wear that weird pajama costume and whatnot. I don't think he's into any of that anymore. I think if Rich 100% had his way, he would just direct now. He would just stand behind the camera and film. Which is understandable, to be frank. Alright, those are giving me trouble, so I'm going to let that sit for a little bit, and we're going to come back to that. Oh, the Falcons won? Alright, dope. Except, sorry, Knife Stalker, I know you're a Green Bay fan. It wouldn't be the same if Rich wasn't Mario, right? Well, I mean, arguably Nintendo definitely knows Richie exists, because otherwise why would they make him a brand ambassador? That's not like something they just hand out. That's really significant. There's like not very many of those. Also, I'm fairly certain, yeah, that I mean, like they've given a lot of free stuff and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely on their radar, but I mean, I don't know. I personally feel the concepts are distant enough to where like I could pretty safely say no one was ripped off. That being said, yeah, Mario was there. Not that Rich has probably done the most with a live-action Mario, or certainly way more than the average person, but he's not the first person to do a live-action Mario. In fact, there's been the 80s had that Super Mario Brothers movie, so that was yeah, like I said, we've been there in a loose sense before, certainly. All right. I'm going to heat up the inside of this. Yeah, fireballs go off and on from being like extremely indominatingly powerful to totally useless depending on who he's fighting at any given moment, which I've noticed is kind of funny. Have I seen Mario Warfare? No. I'm aware, based on the comments, that the stupid Mario Brothers movie, or the Super Mario Brothers movie, wasn't popular or particularly good. But if we're talking about who did it first, they do need to be discussed as a potential. Also, they got the actual licensing from the actual franchise. That's an actual Super Mario sort of thing. There's an aura of legitimacy to that project that we don't have so much. Okay. That wasn't bad. I mean, it just came from a goofy era in movie making. Like, I mean, whatever. It's all good. There we go. Okay, so our new faceplate is just about done. I'm going to nail it in temporarily, just so I don't have to go through the gyrations with the glue problems. Let's see. First, I need to find some of my nails. Where'd you go? Oh, there's one. And there's two. Alright, cool. Good enough for now. Do you think that WrathNar can take on a Super Saiyan? Because I think he has no chance in hell. Yeah, certainly not in his current form. I mean, when you think about like what the Super Saiyans are capable of, I mean, they have like world-shaping abilities. I mean, like even some of their more medium-tier abilities have to be deliberately redirected to like not blow up planets and shit. So like that's an important distinction when it comes to like who would win in a fight. Also, their raw strength is just so high. I mean, like they're you got them moving huge bodies of people, exerting like huge numbers in terms of like their pounds of force. Stuff that like really just calls into question even like material science elements of the problem, as far as like, oh yeah, I don't actually think any organic material in the known universe could withstand the force of like one of could exert as much force as like Goku's punches do or something like that. But whatever, it's an anime. That being said, yeah, WrathNar has nothing on that scale. He's very powerful in a lot of contexts that, obviously he has certain kind of like force and psionic-ish abilities that he puts into play that, obviously are are very present in a lot of the Super Mario canon, just in terms of the pushes and whatnot. But, yeah, nothing too radical there, but yeah, no, there's just, at least at this point in the series, like, nothing has been introduced to suggest WrathNar would stand up to, like, pretty much anybody in the Z universe. He can't fly. He is confined to the ground or whatnot. Yeah, now I know, like, we're well into, like, these newer iterations of Super Saiyan, which are even more lethal, like the Super Saiyan Blues and whatnot. And, yeah, that just makes the question more no. It just becomes increasingly unrealistic. But then again, like I said, power scales are important in pretty much anything that's combative. The idea that, like, oh yeah, like, here's a Super Saiyan in, like, this, someone of Super Saiyan level power in, like, the stupid Mario universe would kind of ruin everything, because they would just call the shots. At that point, nobody could beat them, good or bad, so they would pretty much just solitarily decide what happened, and then it would happen because no one else would have any say. So, WrathNar coming in at a certain power curve is very important and relevant. That's a good question, Xanderbrow, as far as, like, why is Rosalina the only one who's been able to time travel? Yeah, that's an important question. All right, I'm going to stand up a little bit, let you guys kind of see what the new face mask looks like now that's all molded. But, yeah, there you go. There's that. I don't know how well you can hear me or whatnot, but that's the base of the mold right there. Mario, in like the absolute strongest point that he's ever been, probably could stand up to some basic level characters in the DBZ universe. Yeah, that's probably fair to say. But like, you know, the basic level, you know, like Krillin, for instance, you know, or just whatever. Those are rarely the characters that are really brought up in terms of discussions that are like, who would win? You know, stuff like that. It's just not terribly compelling. Oh wait, what character is WrathNar based off of? A lot of them, but I think Richie told me that he's at least Prime is kind of mostly channeling Kylo Ren. That was a factual recreation. Is Merlin's father the oldest in SMB history? I mean, yeah, the great ancestor, as I've taken to calling him, Merlin's father, is, I mean, at least the most significant of the ancient Super Mario, or, you know, kind of the ancient characters within that lore. Could we see the True Stone in Season 3? Yes, you could. You absolutely could. Garrett, bring the True Stones in Season 3, please. It's not up to me. It's not up to me. I mean, I know the answer of whether or not it is or isn't, but the decision does not ultimately rest in my hands, certainly. All right, we're gonna get another one of these templates going, but that's no surprise to you guys. Oh, I heard girlfriend. Pretty good. Thanks, S dude. I appreciate that. Merlin's father, I mean, I don't think the original canonic interpretation was that he is like God or like, you know, some sort of, but I mean, he is kind of a godlike figure. A better comparison might be like Hercules or Beowulf or like just some old hero that really kind of like transcends time in a way that's very significant. So that's an important distinction. Who does make the SMB decisions? Definitely Richie. We influence them, but these days, pretty much 100% of all SMB, at least story decisions, are made by Richie. And like I said, I've submitted a script to him as far as where I think it should go and whatnot, and Richie does let me advise on certain things. I wrote out, like, what is it? Like, you guys know the what was it? The Stupid Mario World Season 3 teaser that was posted. I wrote 100% of that. That was 100% my writing. So I mean, it's not like, you know, other people don't write for the show so much, but yeah, like as far as like major creative decisions, like let's just say like whether or not a character dies or who fights each other or things like that, all major plot directions always go through Richie. I imagine WrathNar's face being super handsome with an epic beard. Well, you're in luck. Wink. Hey, Beam.
Hello.
Hello. You can say hello to the internet.
There's the camera. Where's my light?
Right? Hey, look. It's my doggo. It's my doggo.
Where's the camera? Oh. Where
Right?
am I looking?
Right there. Right? Let's see where it's up
Okay.
there. Yeah.
There she is.
Yes,
There
it's the
she
pupper.
is. She's so pretty.
Right? Did you put the dark saber in Stupid Mario World? I know you like that. Now they like the dark saber, right? Well, I mean, yeah, that was very deliberately teased. I mean, not the dark saber because that's technically a Star Wars element, but the Black Widow blade was teased very much at the end of season 2. After you guys remember when after what was it? Oh, baby. You guys remember after Omega was first introduced and beat the crap out of Luigi, almost killing him, and then Plumber Knight had to come in and save the day. You guys remember that whole shebang. Well, remember after that, Omega did say, "Next time I shall use the Black Widow blade." So, mwah. Love you, babe.
Love you.
Oh, and she's back.
I guess I'll start cleaning up. You clean.
I did
gotta
a
do
bit.
laundry though.
Yeah.
That was mostly what I was referring to.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, she's here. Garrett WrathNar came from Majora's Mask, according to what Richie said. Well, he didn't come from Majora's Mask. He came from Termina, which is the world in Majora's Mask.
That was my eyeball that you licked.
So imply that he came deliberately, or literally from the mask or whatnot. That's not the case. This will be our. Dang, how long is this gonna go for? A bit. I am calling it quits at probably about 5 o'clock. We're gonna be over and done at about 5. We got a few more things to do before then, but I think we'll be donezo at 5 o'clock. Have a kid with Skull Kid? You did not. Skull Kid actually really has no bearing on the As far as I know, Skull Kid has absolutely nothing to do with WrathNar, at least in the sense that he participated in being created. WrathNar's mask being very similar to Skull Kid in the fact that Skull Kid has the mask, the Majora's Mask, but and WrathNar has a mask that bears a lot of sort of like holy or significant symbology as far as Termina's I guess you could say aesthetic is concerned, but I envision that being kind of like a mark of the ancients, similar to Majora, not actually like he has Majora's Mask. Just something, that was created within, that mask was created in Termina, obviously, with sort of the same ancient force in mind. Okay, dope. Secret for making fireballs on the show? I don't know. I don't make the CDs make your balls burn. There we go, Caden. End of story. But no, the fireballs are made in After Effects as you see them, not in Plumber Night. So in Plumber Night, those were rendered by our friends in CGI land, and those were made under completely different circumstances that I am not even sure. It will have. I'm imagining the. It's going to have similar coloration in a lot of ways, but you can ask. What is it? You can ask Attack Box 6. That really what I'm going for in terms of the helmet is not so much deference to Termina, which is kind of WrathNar's childhood. The helmet and the kind of the aesthetic that we're going for in terms of the armor is him sort of taking his place more as Ganon's son, is to sort of emulate the armor that his father has, and that's sort of Skylegend Studios exactly. But yeah, we're going more with a deference to Ganon here than anything else. To look like Majora's Mask, yeah, it's not bad. But like I said, predominantly I'm going for referencing Ganon with this outfit, not anything having to do with Majora. The Majora is a really cool aesthetic, but we kind of already did that with Prime's first outfit, and that's been pretty well explored. So, yeah, that's I don't mind changing that at this point. Oh, you have to do that right now?
Do you not want Cool Close this week?
I guess not. Nah, we're good.
The sooner we do them, the more likely it is that they get done.
What we got?
Okay, so like no.
Wait, I just realized WrathNar is a pig. Well, what? WrathNar is cool, mixing Ganondorf and Majora. Was WrathNar around when Majora was terrorizing Termina? I don't think so. He was either, I want to say he was pretty far before that, or pretty far after that. The helmet's really sick, but thank you. I really appreciate that. Do you ever plan a fight scene or a dramatic scene in the rain or at night? Night's really tough because you can't film crap. You really can't. Any sort of semblance of like good lighting is just completely thrown out the window when it comes to when it comes to night. So, if we do something at night, it has to be filmed under, sort of like artificial conditions, which we use to sort of recreate the appearance of night. So that could be a little problematic.
Where'd you find my keys?
Oh, they had fallen behind the pull-out chair, our bed chair. They had fallen behind that and gotten wedged between Lizard and the chair.
Got it. I thought to look under, like I pulled out the pull-out chair because I thought to look there, but I didn't think to look behind it. You the real MVP.
Ooh, thanks, Beeb. Yeah, I forgot I was talking about. Anyway. But as far as like in the rain is concerned, or any sort of like dynamic weather pattern, heck yeah, I love that idea. Who would win between Ganondorf and Majora? That's a hard question. No idea who would win that fight. I mean, probably Ganon. I mean, probably. I think he's got more going for him. I think Link beats them all. Is kind of the catch. But yeah, I don't know. He has returned. Archie's back. Woohoo! Super Mario talks about WrathNar being entirely evil. Will there be some explanation for this, as his character already passed the unredeemable point? There will be an explanation, and whether or not Mario made that call completely incorrectly or not. There is not, I will say this, there is not no reason that he said it. Alright. These are looking a little better now that I got my silver Sharpies. Thank God. Yes, at this point, I don't know. In my own head, it hasn't been confirmed, but in my own head canon, WrathNar probably got that mask from the Masked Salesman. Or it was deliberately made for him in deference to the terror that Majora was, as kind of a symbol, sort of a symbolic recreation of that. Hard to know whether or not he got it from the Salesman or from someone else, or maybe it was made through Gerudo means. Yeah, I mean, it's really kind of one of those, conflict. Yeah, I mean, I agree with the assessment that it's like, yeah, why would... timelines are so important when it comes down to kind of who will win scenarios, because people at different points at different times obviously have way different powers and way different scopes in terms of their abilities. But yeah, I still think that the strongest that, but I don't know. I mean, Majora gets really terrifyingly strong in terms of a lot of stuff that could happen there. So I don't know. I really don't know if like Majora at their strongest and like theoretically focused could take down Ganon. I'm just not super familiar with a lot of the nuanced elements of Legend of Zelda, or just the Hyrule universe. So I don't totally know. But it would definitely be interesting. I know that. It would be a compelling fight. And it probably wouldn't be that much of a physical one, or I should say, at least Majora should aim not to have it be a very physical one. Majora would not win in an all-out brawl with Ganon. Mass propaganda piece of his, for a piece of him being the head of the army. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, cultures all throughout humankind have, like, oh yeah, there's a bad person. Here's a god or some piece of mythology or something out there, demons or whatnot. If you want to reference Japanese culture, that have taken the idea of like, I'm going to take a mask, I'm going to make it look like something scary, something that everybody will identify as scary, and then that's going to make me, or that'll give me a psychological edge in battle. I mean, I think it's a lot, sort of down to that sort of thing. Yeah, how powerful Majora would be if he was released from the mask? I don't know. That's an important question. But I imagine we could probably look at Sauron or as a close analog for that sort of ish. Because yeah, I mean like Sauron was immaterial and sort of manipulating people through the ring, and Majora kind of operates not under the exact same pretense, but under a similar pretense, obviously. As far as there's a lot of indirect action there, and yeah, I mean, basically all of Lord of the Rings was the idea of like, oh my God, don't let Sauron get his body back. That would be awful. So I imagine it's a situation like that. Elite Dangerous is also a non-VR game. Yes, to answer your question, it is an entire game. It's a game that can be played. Yeah, really without much of anything. I mean, it's got the scope of how you can play Elite Dangerous is huge. You can play it. You need, I mean, like really functionally to enjoy it, you need some sort of control mechanism. I don't know if it has controller support at the moment, but you do need something to really capture that whole thing. I enjoy playing it with at least, I would recommend at least having some kind of flight stick for the full effect. But yeah, it is by no means as VR mandatory. The entire game space can be navigated through just keyboard and joystick commands. Alright, getting closer, closer, closer. Right. Yeah, I mean, like, because we all know, like, obviously, I don't have a very Gerudo-ish face, but what would, yeah, that's a good question. What would what would be the tone of WrathNar's face, really? They mentioned that he's a half-breed, but they mentioned that in the conversation between WrathNar and Nox during the first like major time travel sequence, but so RathNar knows that. RathNar knows that he's a half breed, and but yeah, he would probably, if all things being said, he probably would have a bit of a different appearance. Was the teaser trailer SMW just you, Richie, and a tripod, or was there someone behind the camera? Oh yeah, that was just me, Richie, and a tripod in the forest. It wasn't even the camera was my iPhone. Some of the newer iPhones have a really good camera on them, and yeah, we just used my iPhone because the SLR like crapped out on us that day. So that's that happened, and then yeah, we just balanced it up and secured it into the tripod and let it do its thing, and yeah, that was how we filmed that whole thing. RathNar's still a pig. All right, you're gonna have to explain that one to me, Cody. I don't know. Am I missing a Zelda reference and the idea that he's a pig? A little chicken. How are the beam swords made? The beam swords are made out of thick wooden sort of closet support style dowels that are wrapped in a combination of chrome tape, plastic or plastic coat, and electrical tape, depending on what it is. Chris's crossguard saber had like a large bore drill pass through it in order to secure the crossguard, but yeah, that's about it. I forgot. Yeah, right. Everybody noticed the gloves. He left the gloves home that day, and we were literally walking out there being like, "Oh my God!" When I filmed this, he's like, "I know my fans, and we are going to have an endless tide of like, you forgot your gloves. Where are your gloves? Oh my God, the gloves and whatnot." So just know at this point, for posterity's sake, that like if he chooses to throw, if he genuinely, I can tell you straight from experience that he genuinely did forget his gloves that day. That is, he intended to have them and he chose not to. So at least at that point in the moment, there was no intention for that to be significant within the story, why they were. If he it would be curious to see if he chooses to retcon that and like explain why they're not there, or maybe use a slightly different sequence of shots or some different footage for that segment. That I don't know, but I am interested to see. But just know, yeah, regardless of what happens on the final product, Richie full-blown forgot his gloves that day, and that's the only reason, at least at this point, why they're not there. Okay. Cool. Well, we got round 2 of these cutters done. Running out of time on the stream today. I'm going to be on for another 10 minutes. Let's see. JT, man, I mean, I can't speak for Richie entirely, but I will say this. We are making a parody show. So it would be pretty deeply hypocritical for us to then backpedal and be like, no parody shows can be made of our parody show. We don't own the characters, with the exception of, I mean, technically WrathNar and Claus, maybe the Koopa, the Plumber Knight by some extensions, I mean, are like characters that are specific to Richie's universe, but like conceptually this is a parody show. So we really don't have a lot of leverage in being like, hey, no, don't do that. And then yeah, if Richie does end up ending the franchise as far as just being like, okay, you know, we're gonna put the brakes on Stupid Mario after season 3, then I'm sure he'd be even more okay with it, because at that point he's not trying to like cash in on that franchise. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, JT, that like that's a 90% yes. I'm gonna go ahead and say that there's like literally no problem with that, or certainly not conceptually. Will you join Discord, Garrett? In non-YouTubers, that is. Right? Yeah, no, I don't. After write this, I don't want to talk about YouTube. I don't know. I might have some stuff to do after this, but we'll see. WrathNar Darkness. I wouldn't mind a WrathNar Darkness fight, but yeah, I mean, at this point, any final battles taking place should probably include Mario or maybe Luigi in some respect, you'd think. Is WrathNar capable of redemption? That's a good question. That's a question for you, Knife Stalker, or really to anybody else. Do you guys... I mean, at this point, not a lot's been revealed about him. We just don't know a lot about WrathNar's past, what he's capable of, what he's willing to do, what his thoughts are on just about anything. So, yeah, hard to know if WrathNar is entirely capable of redemption, or if he's just going to keep being a shitbag. Darkness becoming the Koopa, right? Although one could argue that that Plumber Knight came back to prevent all that. Time will tell whether or not he's successful, though. So yeah, right. The comic is always questionable, but I mean, with so much of the characters being in a direct sort of like Nintendo license, I don't know. The prospects for turning specifically Stupid Mario into a comic book are way more grim than, like, I don't know, almost anything else. I mean, Richie's been worked closely with Nintendo for years, but at the same time, this is the same Nintendo that shoots down, like, Pokemon game mods, like, 16 minutes after they drop and stuff like this. It'd be pretty bold to try to step out and make a comic book in that specific endeavor. So... I don't know, just food for thought. Have you ever considered a prequel with Merlin, Nox, and Ganon? A lot has been considered. I like the idea, certainly. If I am, I don't know, like, all of a sudden, like, Richie called me tomorrow and be like, Garrett, it's totally 100% on you. You have to keep going. The franchise has to continue after. Like, I just got that call, like, tomorrow. Like, oh my God, you need this. Like after season 3 is entirely up to you. I'd be like, okay, cool. I want to do WrathNar origin movies. I want to do like what happened in Prime's life leading up to him getting transported to to Mario's world. What happened in Omega's life? What happened in the Gunsmith / the Mercenary's life? That would be my choice for like what comes after. Because at that point, for better and for worse, those are original characters. Those are all characters that, like, I mean, we can technically tell those stories with very, very little mention, or a lot of a lot of the problematically large amount of featuring of like licensed Nintendo characters. So, I mean, that would be a cool that would be a cool, kind of a cool issue to ditch, just the licensing issues in general. So whatnot. Hello, Jacqueline. A creepy giant moon in Termina. I'm sure he would like to have been. Knowing Prime, he was probably born somewhere hella boring. It's like, I was born in a hut. Like, something like that. Or maybe somewhere significant like, I don't know, one of the temples in Termina. Have you considered a spin-off of Lone Shark? So many propositions for spin-offs of Lone Shark have been made. Yeah, I haven't even showed Richie Lone Shark yet. But, yeah, for anybody who's got some time to kill, you could go look up my friend. Or anybody who's got like an immense amount of time to kill, you can go look up my friend. What is it? My friend Nick Lim's channel features Lone Shark the movie. And it was, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just days ago. It's years old at this point. We were all hella young. Nobody knew what we were doing. But like I said, there's good fights in it. If you guys want to see some just OG YouTube crap, you can go check that out. Lone Shark the movie. I am not in the first one, nor is the first one particular. Nor do you need to really know much about the second one or the first one to experience the second one and on. I am in the second and third one, and it's also worth mentioning that, and this is actually like a reason to go look up Lone Shark 3 at least, is in Lone Shark 3 I played a bad guy called Reaper. He was one of the other. They mentioned that he was kind of a character from a lot of these other characters past, who was back, and like I don't know, they really didn't really flush it out if it was like he was back in like physical forms, or if he was like maybe a ghost or something, or just bad news, or like some sort of paranormal thing. But anyway, his outfit is Prime's outfit. Like the Prime's outfit in Stupid Mario World is, with the exception of the mask, almost an exact recreation of the exact same pieces that we used for for Reaper's outfit in Lone Shark. So that's pretty much the only moment where they kind of bridge over. Thank you, Morning Coffee Run. As usual, these things take a while. If anything else, let this stream stand as a posterity to what is it? If anything, let this stream stand as posterity once the season 3 actually drops. And you guys see me running around in the armor, you guys can defend anybody who's like, yeah, that armor doesn't even. It's like, why is the armor so cheaply made? Or da-da-da-da-da. If anybody attacks my armor in the comments, y'all have to drop on it, because you're like, no, I literally attended this giant stream where Garrett was cutting and shaping armor pieces for however long. This stuff takes a while. Show some compassion. So that's all good. Yeah, let's see. Garrett, you making a new costume and see what you're doing there. It's kind of interesting. I don't know how to make clothes, even if my life depended on it. You know what? The cool thing is we live in the age of the internet, and there's so many people out there that are really, really good at things and will explain how to do them. And if you're okay with sucking at something for a little bit just in order to learn it, you can generally get pretty good at something. So, Not going by my helmet. Yeah, right. Attack box 6. I mean, like I spent some time on that. Plus, it's worth mentioning that attack box boss 6 has. You have a good example of like the final product. They get dipped in plastic, and then they get coated, and then they get painted again, and then they get painted again. You know, there's several layers of sort of reinforcement on that. So that's all important. Anyway, 2-minute warning. I'm basically gonna finish cutting out both of these pieces right there, and then we're gonna call it quits for today. And I'll make some progress on this off stream, and we'll feature something that is probably the next stream, if we do anything, should probably be a little bit more about once these are all put together, because you kind of see here what the process for kind of getting them going is, as far as like, oh yeah, there's a template, which is then cut into a piece, and then it's heat molded to be concave and to be concave like real armor would be, and then they're bonded using like our contact cement, and then at that point they're bonded and stretched and heat melted, and then you have something like this, which is still foam and soft and all that kind of jazz. Then I might add some other details to it. As you see here, we've got some layered foam, 2 different types. We'll have a little bit more there. Attack Boss knows that there's an even thinner layer of foam that passes over some of these seams. All said and done, I'll add Ganon's sort of jewel thing up here to complete kind of the look of his crown, and then we'll then at that point we'll be good from there. Now, totally losing it. We have. And then at that point, once we have basically the form and structure that we want, we start to weather it. I take out my Dremel, sandpaper, a whole bunch of stuff. We start to make it look damaged. We start to make it look like it's been hit with swords, and that it's been used, and all that kind of jazz. And that's significant. And then once we're totally good with the shaping and the form of it all, we coat it in plastic dip, which is basically a sort of like a plastic coating sort of thing. And we coat that a few times, 3 or 4 layers, depending on whether or not it's a piece of armor that's going to see a lot of use. And then, at that point, we've got the plastic coated armor, and it's ready to be painted. Now, painting is going to encompass a few different elements, but most notably, we paint it a metallic color. And I do the hand painting for the gold and the red and all that kind of stuff. And then those are done in either acrylics or spray paints, depending. And then for kind of the gunmetal look, to make it look a little bit older and tarnished, we coat it in graphite powder, which is just real quick. And then we hit it with a sealing layer of clear spray paint style, or clear style spray paint. And between all that, then we're pretty much done. We have a completed piece of armor in that. And it looks metallic, but it's light like foam. It's reasonable, because of the plastic element to it, it's reasonably, durable. And at that point, we can go from there. If it needs a little bit of reinforcing, we add a cloth layer to the inside and coat it with Mod Podge to seal it up in there, and then those seams become really strong. So... who knows? How long did it take to film an episode? I mean, that really depends on the episode. Pretty easy to get content for an episode in like a single day is really worth the filming if it's a shorter episode, like 5 or 7 minutes. It's really just the minute that there's any kind of combat that we really like. I mean, combat, every single second of combat probably takes 10 minutes to do, like just on average. Like, so if we have a minute-long fight, then I mean that was probably. I mean, no, that's probably a huge exaggeration. But I would say every single fight probably takes about 5 or 6 times longer. Yeah, probably like 5, 8 or 9. Or I'm just getting all over the place with my numbers. So like, just that fight between Luigi and Omega and then Squall and Omega. I mean, that was pretty much an afternoon. That was pretty much noon until we stopped filming. So there's that. Can you make a WrathNar reference to Pirates Fortress from Majora's Mask? Because that's what the Gerudos are from in Termina. Maybe. Like I said, I'm really trying to reference Ganon more than anything else here. That's kind of the chief observation. But anyway, we're out of time. So that's all good. I'm going to take a few more questions from the comments, but then we are going to stop the stream here. I'll see you guys next time. Have you ever tried to film talking now and then later when you were not free? Like two people make the same scene, but one couldn't make it. You know what? I personally haven't done that, but I think Rich has done that on his channel. Hey, right here. Right here. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Why is this thing still going on? I don't know, because armor takes a minute. And you guys can't be mad. I mean, I was on for hours, so everybody got a good chance for sure. Sweet. Glad you enjoyed it, Adam. Best of luck to anybody attempting projects in this in this same scope elsewhere. But yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. Just like I said, if you like kind of the extemporaneous sort of just us communicating sort of format, I do recommend, I'll say this one last time, checking out our Discord, the RMA Fanbase Server Discord. You should be able to find it on Discord by either capturing the link that is provided by an existing member, or looking it up actually on the Discord server itself. But anyway, if you like this sort of format and like interacting like this, go check that out because it's pretty much just that all the time. So that's all good. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh, AK just dropped it. Thank you, AK. And on that note, I am out. Thanks, guys. Oh, ready? Ready? Say bye. Say bye. Say, Mom, what are you doing? Bye. Bye. Bye.